Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Choose the mic. Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Taylor looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to Sanders on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49ers' 38-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. Ertz has it left side. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Hey, Zoo. Hey, Mike 20. Hey, kill. Hey, 4 Tokyo. Let's go. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. It's been long.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here we go. 280. Here's 2.
Stop your running.
Man 5-7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54.
46 down, man 5-4.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. They'll run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Taylor. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll run on 1st down. Allison. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Right side caught by Jackson. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 53 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Taylor to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
52's the mark, boy, 52.
Taylor. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, alert 3. 51, Mike 51.
Here's Taylor. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
51 the mic. 51 the mic. Check tight. Check tight. Check 26. Check 26. Watch the air. Check. Watch it. Watch it.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Oh, yeah. Hey, exit. I'm coming.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's go, let's go.
Throwing now is Wentz. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards, a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
82, 40.
54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Hey,
Hey, orbit.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Here we go.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 2nd and a yard. Wentz trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10.
52, Mike 52. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Taylor. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll run with Coleman on first down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Taylor. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. This is Coleman, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. It's Coleman here, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Go. 180.
Right there. 56.
Hey, empty.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Aaron Donald, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on second and long. Wentz. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Toward Tokyo.
Mike 20. Yo.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Wentz going to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And Sanders has it punked free. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
Here I come! Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20!
Hey, we have you on the edges, heavy on the edges! What's that?
To throw, it's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. D. Ford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This one, 7.
56. 56, right there, 56. Here we go.
Bravo.
Defense all day. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check 56.
We ain't giving up nothing today. What's that?
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. On first down, Sanders. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Another run with Sanders. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. On first down, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Wentz. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. D Ford getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
My 52. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Check your hot read. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Go, go. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
80 weapons. Kill, 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 turn up.
Another run here with Sanders. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go. 180.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is caught by Jackson. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
That's good for Eagles first down. That's the end of the third.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hey, we go Mike 20. Hey, deep.
Hey, Mike 7.
Hey, Mike 20. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike 20.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Niners get there and bring him down. D. Ford, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, Mike 20. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Rip 5-2, on here.
Mike 20. I'm going to run you over.
To throw is Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Roy.
82.
Let's go, defense.
Hey, wahoo.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn to.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Mike 20, Mike 20. I'm trying to collect.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And look at this, for the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. They're not ready.
81, 81.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Hey, Delta.
Wrong football.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Play action. Now Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Gostkowski, that's no good. He hung it out to the right. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Room here to run. They give him a gain of 38.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run with Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 48 yards away. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Setting up to throw, Flacco. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Set! Like 80!
Mike, go, go, go. Let's go, let's go.
1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41. And some room to roam now. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Go, go. 180!
Let's go, D.
On 1st down, Sanders. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Alexander brought down back at the 8-yard line.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Throwing his Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The point after try for Gostkowski. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Next to score, Eagles 34, 49ers 14.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. One last gasp for Flacco. On the screen, this is Coleman. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Eagles, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.